Dennis, just real quick, before she gets started, real quick, Dennis and a few others that I want to just recognize, basically for the stuff that we got going in Mexico. And so, Shelby and Dennis, for all that you're doing.
Thank you.
And we are excited to be partnering with you. Xavier, you bail. Emily? Oh, people are getting caught now. She's outside? Okay. Maggie, I know couldn't make it, right? Maggie here? No? Is she here? No? Agoa? No? Okay. I got Craig's actually, come on up for Craig too. And Karen, and then I didn't make the additional ones, but I really didn't want to have a bunch of certificates. And I have yours, but anyway, thank you all for everything.
Thank you.
And now with that, I'm going to
I know where you found the picture. All right, good afternoon. How you doing? Good. No, that was lame. Want to try that again? Good afternoon. How you doing?
Good.
Okay, so we're awake now, right? Okay, this is the wake-up part. So Kevin asked me to speak about reinvention. Like, really? What do I know about that? And he said, well, you're going to write a speech about it. And I said, of course. So I'm going to go through 12 slides, so I'm a short speaker, kind of. On my own reinvention, why, how, and what the results are. And my age has already been outed by a previous speaker. I was going to do the show hands thing, but 67. Okay, so there I am. Any questions? No questions? Can you all relate to this kind of thing?
Yes.
Can you see words that actually you can say, well, no, I've done that. I've been a volunteer. Holy mackerel, so we have one thing in common. Passionate. Yeah. Heart, big part of it. Trusting. Someplace out there it says I'm a bleached blonde. Many of you cannot relate to that. Whatever. So that's me. You know, and I was thinking of a chronology or something. Doesn't make sense because really, in your life, you take all this stuff in, right? And you just keep putting it in. And then at some point, you draw it out. And you start to create what it is that you think you really want to be. And unfortunately, this does not happen when you graduate from college. That doesn't. Those of you that think that that's going to happen, bingo, wrong. No. I graduated from college with a degree in economics and Spanish. Who knew? Okay, so the beginning of the story. So I hated my job. I was working here in San Diego for an unnamed company. I hated it. I reached out to Kevin.
Then you met Kevin.
And guess where we met? That was a hard one, wasn't it? Yeah. And so I met Kevin, and Kevin said, don't quit. You know, you got a job, don't quit. I'm bawling. Well, maybe you might want to find someplace else. And actually, he heard about this place and, in fact, had some similar experiences. And so I decided, you know, if he knows about it and I just met him, I don't need to stay there. Then my good pal Craig and I are former escapees from this place, and we were having coffee. We were having coffee about just trying to recuperate from the place, and we got past that. And then we got to the place that said, hey, wait, we're smart. We want to do something. What could we do? So we met kind of every other week, and we decided we wanted to do something for the community. We wanted to give back in some way. We wanted it to stand alone. We wanted it to be self-sufficient. A lot of really good things. So we went to work on it, okay? Time passes. Dan had a contact in Mexico, in Tijuana. And I was introduced to Jorge, who introduced me to Luis, who introduced me to his wife, Sylvia. How many of you love Kung Fu Panda? Yeah, it's all the young people and me. So, that movie has a lot of really good wisdom, in my humble opinion. And Uguay says there are no accidents, right? There are no accidents. Look at that string of things that happened. Very serendipitous. But it led me to a place with Sylvia and Craig saying, we got to do some good work, and knowing what Kevin was doing, to say, maybe there's something here. So I kind of sat back and said, well, what do you want to do right now more than anything? If you were to sit down and ask yourself that question, what would the answer be? Huh? Think about it. First of all, you're going to have a gut answer that's going to come up right now. I want to go to whatever. Trust your gut. Absolutely trust your gut. You know you better than you think you do. Visualize the baby. And that doesn't necessarily mean, in my particular case, to be 100 pounds. It's not going to happen. But what's the new you look like? What is that? It's a new mental attitude. It's a new approach. It's a new persona. A new smile on your face that you absolutely haven't before. Get a mentor. Oh yeah, get a mentor. And it doesn't have to be just one. Mentoring can be one-on-one. You and I sit down and we talk for a couple hours. Mentoring. Yeah. Indirect mentoring. We sit here. We suck in all this great information. We reject some of it and we keep a lot of it. That's some good mentoring going on. And actually, if you think about it, every experience, everything is a mentor, because you can grab a pearl from wherever you are, apply it, keep it in your little stash, and make it work. So reinventing, I discovered when I was going to speak about reinventing, which I didn't realize I had done, I found out that and this was really cool, there's actually a site for reinventing yourself for women over 60. Yes, so I qualified. And here's what my choices were from the world. Yes, retirement community, move to another country, care for an aging parent, change your body image, become tech savvy, social media, write a book or journal, or start a website. So I pondered this list for 1.2 seconds, and I came up with my own choices. Number 1, retirement community, no, screaming, way. And I have a very active husband, so not going to happen. Move to another country. Now, you know, I crossed that one out, but recently I've been reconsidering. I have some concerns about Darren's favorite politician, and he and I are going to be moving to Mexico, and Dan's coming with us, anyway.
Why did you sign up to join the club?
Yeah, well, actually, I brought business cards in case you want to keep in touch. Caring for an aged parent. Yes, I'm blessed to have a 92-year-old mother-in-law who lives here in San Diego, and between Dennis and I and his brother, we do care for her. It's kind of why we came here. And she likes my technology background, so I'm the fix-it person for her. Change my body's not even possible. Become tech savvy, yeah. Start a website, yeah. So here's some basics about what you want to do and what I thought was important to build into my world. You can read them. argue or fight, negotiate. I think is really, really important. Don't let technology rule your life. Pick up the phone and talk to somebody. Walk across the street, say hello. Meet for coffee.
Sorry.
Actually, just to out, Craig and I meet at Pete's, Kevin. Discover your inner peace. So why reinvent myself? And for those of you who are not into Harry Potter, we have the Phoenix. To do this was to honor my faith, to regain my confidence, because after our little work experience, I was smashed. Make a difference, be happy, learn something new each day, create a new circle of friends, which has happened. I thought she was in the room. Where's Emily?
She's back.
She's back. New friend, Craig, been his friend for a while. A lot of you have been to Tijuana now with us. Consider you a friend, so it works. Be driven by your passion and give back. So how did I do it? First of all, I got a lot of faith. Doesn't have to come out and wear on your shoulders, but I have a lot of faith, and that's a real important part of who I am. I am blessed for 35 years to have Dennis as my husband. Dennis is supportive, a pal, often, not often, but once in a while a critic, but he's always right.
Go Dennis!
So I listened, I researched, I asked a lot of questions, and I listened to my passion. The most important point that you can get from my speech today is that even the slightest positive influence has the potential to change a person's life. Think about that. Think about when you approach somebody, when you talk to somebody. How do you approach them? Does that feel positive? It should. And if it gets to the edge of your mouth and it's not feeling positive, shut up. Really. There's enough stuff going on in this world without adding to the negative. So, the results. 2 minutes. How many minutes did I have? Huh?
15?
What do you say? This is a negotiation. 18.
Oh,
The results. So you saw these pictures. What happened is, in meeting with Kevin and his team, and then on a Saturday morning saying, we want to do this work. We have something to do. And I kept hearing all these great ideas, and then what about building high-raised vegetable gardens in an orphanage in Mexico? And they're like, yeah, Emily says, oh, that's so healthy. And Craig goes, yeah, I know how to compost. Whoop, give it for compost. But it was so good. And then I immediately said, well, where are you going to do this? And they're like, well, we don't know, we'll find a place. I have a place. So we went to Casa Hogar Santa Teresita de Jesus in Tijuana, which is run by Catholic nuns, and my friend Sylvia, and Nurse Estella, and that darling little girl, Rebecca. And these are just some of the pictures of what we did. What we did make a raised garden bed, and you can see Dennis there with a little girl passing the nails. Emily and I are attempting to explain to this whole group of 40 girls what it is we were going to do for them, with them, and or to them during the day. Their dormitories, they started dancing, and at the end, the most magical thing happened. We were giving them balls. Darren brought basketball and volleyball and some other tools, some other stuff for them. And we were thanking them. And then Sister Stella came up and said, you need to sit down because we have something for you. And I'm like, we're not supposed to be getting presents here. But we sat down. All 40 young girls go on the stage. Remind you, these are Spanish speakers. These young ladies from 2 to 15 sang John Lennon's Imagine in English.
Wow.
Yeah, doesn't get any better than that. It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. So we have trips planned to return, more good work to do. I want to remind you, Linda Ellerby gets credit for the quote, the best things in life aren't things. They're relationships. They're your passions. They're not stuff. They're kindness, respect, sharing, listening, carefully listening to your heart and to others. Back to my friend Poe. There is no secret ingredient. It's just you. Thank you.
Lucia, you guys Lucia. So here's was a real trip. So after Shelby's been posting stuff online, Lucia says, "Hey, that's the orphanage I was in a long time ago." So this is Lucia, who I told you I introduced you to. Have this.
I've been here for 2 years.
Lucia was telling me how meaningful it was because she'd been there and she's like, keep doing what you guys are doing there. And so what's really neat is also, Lucia always helps us with stuff that then goes down there. So it's interesting how all this plays out. And we just got you guys right here in the back. Pablo, Ivan, raise your hands. And they're like, we're in for the Mexico stuff. So you got 2 more champions back here.